reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. This is the first carry for Rob Kelly. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. First offensive series forthcoming. Deshaun Jackson, wide receiver that certainly needs no introduction in this league.
He's truly one of those don't blink guys, because as soon as you do, he's past you and in the end zone and doesn't mind letting you know about it too.
And he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this for 3 to the 29 and brought down there by a pair of Chargers on the stop. And we'll take a look quickly at the San Diego defense.
Corey Legion is rapidly making a name for himself as a defensive tackle. Knows how to penetrate upfield and disrupt plays in the backfield.
Caught on the right side, Reed. And Charles, what a game against the Cowboys for Jordan Reed. 10 catches, 95 yards, 2 touchdowns. He seemed unguardable.
We've talked about how throughout this season, more and more people are starting to realize that Jordan Reed is probably the best route-running tight end in the league. But how about what he does after he catches the ball? His basketball background comes into play. See those crossover steps he was taking? You see those moves he was making? Jordan Reed is something else and played that game with a lot of toughness. Battled through a shoulder injury to finish that game.
Well, for Rob Kelly, Week 11 was a lot kinder than Week 12. He had the great game in Week 11 with 3 touchdowns, but on Thanksgiving, 14 carries, only 37 yards.
Was that you throwing things at the television?
No.
Because you had him activated, didn't you?
I did.
And your fantasy team.
I did. I threw turkey leg at the screen at Rob.
Only 37 yards. You didn't get the points you expected that day, but that was only because they had to play from behind the entire way. They were doing the chasing. And having to do that meant Kirk Cousins had to throw the football. But I think Rob Kelly's having a remarkable rookie season for an undrafted free agent out of Tulane.
So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. This is Gordon as they go to him again. Oh, he's got some breathing room. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. They'll try and run it in with McCluster. And he's in across the chalk. Touchdown, San Diego. Dexter McCluster taking it in. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last one.
And he's going to go his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Second down, Cousins. He's going to go down in the end zone. Cousins taken down for the safety. So make it back-to-back sacks, and the second one cost him a couple of points.
And the easy thing is to put this all on the offensive line, but maybe they need to start changing their game planning and their calls. Quicker passes, running plays, especially when you're this deep in your own territory.
On the return, it's McCluster. And now San Diego getting set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time. And now it's second down. Time to get a glance at the offensive starters, and one of those isn't J.J. Watt, but it's Derek Watt that we talk about.
Nothing wrong with being little bro here. A starting fullback at the University of Wisconsin. Not many teams are utilizing this position in the NFL, but he fits perfectly. Will be a great lead blocker and can catch the ball out of the backfield.
Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
91 is the mic. Yo, Rocky. Watch the edge.
On third down, Rivers. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Wow. That one took some guts. If this doesn't work, you're handing them incredible field position, but this head coach is undaunted, and he makes the call to go for it, and I'll be darned if they don't get the first down.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
They'll come out in the pistol. Second down, Rivers. Benjamin's got it. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Charles, as we glance back in Week 12 for a second, of all the games that were played, maybe that Chiefs-Broncos the most significant when you look at the playoff picture?
Most significant and maybe best played. I mean, think about all the excitement that went into that game, all the big plays, both sides having a chance to take control. Kansas City ultimately winning it, but Gary Kubiak, the head coach of Denver, his decision with about a minute to go to try the 62-yard field goal, that's the one that may come back because they had a chance to go ahead and take an overtime tie and put that on their record. Instead, it contributed to a loss.
Yeah, and it dropped the Broncos to 7-4. The Chiefs up to 8-3 behind the Raiders. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Under 10, 10. White, check it out,
From the gun, Rivers. He's got time. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things.
And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And this defense continues to dominate. How about 2 safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing really well on defense and the offense has nowhere to go with the football.
And he coughed it up. And the Redskins scoop it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Joey Bosa in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Cousins now on 2nd down. Out to the left here to Reed. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Detroit!
They'll try and run for it with Kelly. And it pushes way up to about the 14. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. It's Cousins on the sneak. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
For those vertically challenged quarterbacks, here's a time where they will tell you it's an advantage to be a little bit on the smaller side. Able to duck in behind their offensive line and stick the ball across the imaginary yellow line for a 1st down.
Cousins to throw it this time. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dwight Lowry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now San Diego getting set to go. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
It's caught on the right side. Williams. There he goes, right side. The 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. Tyrell Williams, 98 yards. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And it's up and good. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
And that's caught inside the 35. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll